Good afternoon. Hi, it's Dr. Linda Jordan with Real Talk with Dr. Linda. So, today I want to talk to you about three simple things that you can do as a new leader or an existing leader so that you can be an effective leader. There's three simple things. So I'll spend some time today just talking about that. So, in general, as a leader, there's four things that we do really well. We work hard. We think ahead. So we're always planning, what's that next step as a leader or that next step on a project. So we're always planning ahead. Um, we are good at what we do as a leader. So you want to make sure that if you have a team, that they see that you are excellent in what you do as a leader. And number four is that you follow through on what you're doing. So if you're starting a project or doing something in the office, make sure that you follow through to completion of whatever it is that you're doing. So those are four simple things that we as leaders should always be doing every single day. And I'll repeat those. Number one is work hard. Number two is to be strategic. So start thinking ahead of things you're going to be doing. Don't wait till the last minute. Be good at what you do, be the best. And then number four is to make sure that you follow through on whatever that you're doing. Follow through completion if that's the project, or if you're having a session, a coaching session with one of your staff, follow through with that till the end if there's additional information that needs to be done. But the three simple tips that I wanted to share with you today about around being an effective leader is that number one, if you're a leader and you have a team, even if you don't have a team, but you have colleagues that you work with, the first thing you want to do is to let people know that you care about them as individuals. Because people want to know, do you care about them? They want to know, can they trust you? And then they want to know, how can you help them as a leader? Number two is that in the leadership role, sometimes decisions are made by us. Sometimes decisions are made by our senior leaders, or they're made by different departments that we're connected with. But the end result may impact you and your team. And if that decision that is made is not positive and it impacts your team in a negative way, or the decision is not made the way that you thought it was going to be made, then own up to that with your teams. So let them know that, the decision was made or you made a mistake in the process about the decision. So you want to make sure that you own up to your mistakes. That's really what I'm trying to say. That mistake may not necessarily be one that you made about the decision, but it could be the fact that, let's say, for an example, you propose something to your senior leader about a change in the organization. And we'll just use remote staff, continue to be remote and not coming into the office, because that's one of the things that a lot of companies are dealing with right now. And so if you propose that to senior leadership and they said, no, everybody has to come back into the office, no more remote, and you go to your team and they ask, what's the decision? Just let them know that, the decision was made that now you have to come back into the office, and be okay with that. Don't dance around the decision or say anything differently, but just own up to whatever the decision is made. Because in some cases, the decision is not yours, or the decision was not yours that you made, but it's yours to deliver to your team. And so oftentimes your team may think that you made the decision. And if they do, that's okay. But just let them know that you fought for them. And again, letting them know that you care about them. That's the most important thing. And then tip number three, which is one that we should all do as leaders: be honest with your teams. Be honest with yourself. Always tell the truth. Sometimes the truth is not, uh, may not be as a fun thing to share, or it may not be positive, but your teams will respect you, your colleagues will respect you if you're always honest with them. So again, don't dance around whatever the decision is, or don't dance around having those difficult conversations. Just tell the truth. So those are the three tips I wanted to share with you today regarding how you can be an effective leader, or how you can be a better leader if you're already effective. So the first, again, is to make sure that you let people know that you care about them. Gallup has done a research in their studies And one of the questions is that, do you have a best friend at work? And, sometimes people struggle with that. And it doesn't necessarily mean do you have like a best friend like you would when you were in high school. It means that is there someone at work that you can talk to, someone that you can share things with? That's really what the best friend is really about. So if you have someone like that at work, that's awesome. But as a leader, you want to make sure that your teams know that you care about them. Secondly, is own up to the mistakes that you make, whether it's positive or negative. You want to make sure that you own up to the mistakes and the decisions that you make that have a huge impact on your team. And then thirdly, be honest. Always tell the truth. You know, if you start to sound shady or start to come up with different excuses about, why the truth is not there, then your teams won't believe you. So you always want to have honesty in your relationships in the workplace. So hopefully these 3 tips about how to be an effective leader are helpful to you. And again, you can connect with me on Facebook. You can connect with me on LinkedIn under Linda Jordon, Jordon. No relation to Michael Jordan, so there's no A in my last name. Or you can go to my website, www.lindajordon.com. And I look forward to connecting with all of you again. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.